going on, everyone? Welcome back for round 2 of Procrastinate with Elevate. We have decided once again, since we're all stuck at home, we're going to release something each week that is going to allow us to procrastinate just a portion, just a tiny little portion of your day with us. And so literally right now, you ain't got to think about anything else. Go ahead and shut your brain off. Go ahead. Don't worry. Don't stress. No anxiety, no fear. Right now, we're going to have some fun. We're going to see some familiar faces, and we're going to leave once again with another edition of our Takeout Challenge. Awesome graphic right here. To start, here is something that you didn't know that you needed to see, but guess what? You needed to see this. Another thing that I really hope you saw this week was our Disney Pixar bracket that is still going on. It's on our Instagram right now in the story, and I'm telling you, there are some sketch things happening in this bracket, okay? I don't know what you guys are thinking when you're looking at Disney Pixar movies, but some of these movies that are winning and some of these movies that are losing, I tell you, it's a travesty. It's a travesty. Anyways, in the midst of that bad news, we've been surrounded by a ton of bad news recently. So what we want to do right now is we're going to share some good news. Here's something that might make you smile this week. Tom Moore is a 99-year-old British veteran, and he thought I could maybe raise £1,000, which is about $2,000, by completing 100 laps around his yard in a couple of days before his 100th birthday. He actually ended up raising around $9 million for the National Health Service in the UK. And guess what? He's planning on doing another 100 laps. So come on, let's hear it for Tom. Here's another thing that might make you smile this week. Many seniors are quarantined in nursing homes all over the country, all over the world, meaning that they're unable to spend time in physical presence of family, friends, loved ones for really the foreseeable future. So guess what? This past week, Matthew McConaughey, that Matthew McConaughey, he was actually wearing a shirt this time, but he spent a weekend on Zoom hosting bingo for seniors at the Enclave at Round Rock Senior Living. McConaughey and his wife, his children, his mother, they all crowded in front of the camera to play bingo and to cheer on all of the other players. Here's another thing that might make you smile. Brooklyn landlord Mario Salerno owns 18 apartment complexes in New York. He canceled rent for the month of April for all of his tenants, stating this: "You can't put a price on a life." Come on, Mario, let's go. Here's definitely something that'll make you smile this week. Lundy the Chihuahua was born with no function in his back legs, so he was sent to the Mia Foundation in New York, a shelter that specializes with animals that are born with birth defects. And while there, Lundy met his best friend, Herman, a pigeon that can't fly. A company saw this and donated a wheelchair for Lundy with a platform for Herman so the two can be together on the move. I know that made you smile. Here's the thing, these stories are international. But what do you have? Once again, come on, send us some stories that might make us smile so that we can include it next week. Something that really made me smile this week was actually the opportunity to sit down with a familiar face. Check this out. Chris Fetters, what's up, man?
Right here, back in the old Elevate, in the presence of Elevate.
Dude.
Specifically, Pastor Evan Stone, man, it's fun to be here for sure.
Yeah. So. Okay. Before we really start, true or false?
Mm-hmm.
You put that windbreaker on purpose. for this?
Oh, on purpose for sure. Super Bowl champions. Just want to make sure that everyone there just knows who is on top of the throne right now.
Dude, yeah, that was insane. Okay, so just for those of you who don't know, a couple of things. Chris Fetters used to be a part of Elevate student ministry.
Yep.
How many years were you
I was a
in
youth
Elevate?
pastor. I was youth pastor of summer of 09 through summer of 13. So 4 years.
Thanks.
So,
okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
4 years. What's your favorite Elevate memory? Like when you think back in those 4 years, I know there's a lot of crazy stuff. I hear stuff all the time. Crazy stories, shenanigans, pranks. What you got?
That's hard to say. I'll tell you this. Mountain Springs Church and my 4 years there were probably, I just finished my graduate degree running sports ministry at a church. And I was student ministry as well, but I really didn't have a clue what I was really doing. I came just like, I don't even know how I got to Colorado Springs. I'd been there once in my life before. And so it was truly an act of God. And so the first time I came, there was like 70 students, 65 students in the Summit Center. On a Saturday night is when they had Elevate. And then on the mornings, Sunday mornings was middle school called Accelerate. So we had Accelerate was middle school, Elevate was that. And so I came, but I look back, that's still some of the most fun years of our lives. My wife and I had our first 2 kids there, and just great memories, just great time. So I'd say, man, it's hard to say. I say one is the team. I tell you, when you get to work with friends and people that just love Jesus and love ministry and love students, I think to me, both volunteer and paid staff was a team. I mean, if you look at Daniel Tedder, Russell Schultz, Luke Lauber, Luke's mom, Dixie Lauber, there's a gal, Rachel, who's still there, right? She's still on staff.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the dream team. We had so much fun together. Christine Meyer would help do some stuff. Students, man, we had, so I'd say just working with the team, but I'll give you a fun memory, Evan, sorry. This was the funniest fun memory at Avalanche. Y'all call it Elevate Conference now, correct?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But
we
hey, I take it, man. You're good. You brand the way you need to. I can no offense taken. But we did Avalanche, and the year we did 1G, when we walked out, because we did the stupid video for like a month leading up to it. And when we walked out and did our first boy band, it was One Direction. Baby, you light up my life like nobody. When we went, dude, that place, I mean, you're talking 5 charter bus full of kids and leaders just went nuts.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing now? Like, what are you up to?
Yeah, man, I'm still in Kansas City. Moved here 7 years ago now. Almost. This summer will be 7 years we've lived here. And I moved here as a youth pastor and family pastor, but I started a campus, kind of like do you guys have a campus? Are y'all starting any campuses or anything like that?
Yeah, we're getting ready to launch one in Falcon.
Okay, that's right. Bobby, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's known, I guess. If not, you can.
We'll find out.
So, well, I think that's what I heard through the grapevine. Anyway, long story short is, like you guys are doing that. I launched it a year and a half ago, man. It's been amazing what God has done. We've seen dozens and dozens of people come to know Christ. We have, there's an apartment complex, low income, just down the road. We do homework huddles every week. We fed that. We feed. We're feeding them right now because a lot of them have lost their jobs. One lady was walking to church every week. Evan, this is pretty cool, man. And rain, snow, whatever, she would walk to church. She didn't have a car, and some men saw that and got together and bought her a new car.
Wow!
So she didn't have to walk to church. So it's been pretty cool, man. So it's a church of, I don't know, about 500 people or so right now, and we just love what God is doing, and it's a pretty amazing. So it's a part of Grace Church, and I also see we have 3 campuses, and I also serve on our leadership team for all 3 campuses. Then I lead my specific campus, and I am technically what they call campus support over all student ministries for all campuses. So yeah, man, it's fun. So I love what I do. It's great.
That's awesome. So I know that we haven't broke anything serious. I've heard of some crazy injuries though.
Yeah,
Helping in the past at Elevate. Pat Laverty tells me about injuries he's had at Elevate all the time.
yeah. Well, I took some kids skiing one time and I broke my back in 5 places.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, my first year there. Okay, so my first year, dude, I grew up snow skiing and snowboarding, so I'd always go to Summit County, but never spent much time in Colorado Springs. Went there on a family vacation one year. So when I moved to Colorado, I was like, heck yeah! So buy my pass the first year. Within the first month of me living there, I did a stupid trick, this 360 in a rail slide, fell off, broke 5 transverse processes. So within the first 6 months I lived there, I broke it, my back. So that was a painful injury. So it was really, really bad. And but it was fun. We got through it, and Luke would drive me around. A guy named Josh Gallardo. Have you ever met Josh?
Yeah, I've met Josh.
Okay, Josh is should be also on the Mount Rushmore of Elevate. The dude is oh my gosh. Anyway, he would drive me around. It was some funny times. So
that's insane. Yeah, I was trying to think because I've never broken anything. So yeah, I don't have anything, but I do know the last church I worked at, the first week I was there, they had this retreat that was already planned, and so I went there first week there, and they used to play this game called Shumarai, where they would play dodgeball with shoes on each side.
Yeah, that's smart.
And, and I was just sitting there. I wasn't even playing, but I was just sitting there, and I took a sandal straight to the eye, and had the most gruesome black eye. That was the first night, my first experience with these kids.
Dude, workman's comp. I would have been collecting.
Dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, they used to leg wrestle at Elevate. People used to get hurt doing that, or excuse me, at Avalanche. There's some stupid stuff. Man, that was a Daniel Roth game. They used to play this game called Buck Buck. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. But I had to quit that because people, like one guy got a bruised spleen out of the deal.
Oh.
Yeah, and one of the dumbest injuries I saw when I was there, we were at a family retreat in Estes with all the pastors, and Roth kicked a soccer ball. You make sure he sees this so hard, he broke a kid's arm. Okay, the kid was like 10 or 11. Okay, and we're playing, just families out there, and he gets so competitive that he kicks the ball. Now, I will tell you, all his boys would play football. I take credit for them because they didn't even know how to catch a football when I moved there.
Well,
okay, they didn't even know what American football was.
Yeah,
and so we started playing.
They still can't catch a football. They do other things really well, but
they at least know what the rules are now. So dude, those dudes are beasts. So anyway, so you got to give Roth a hard time. Ask him about, dude, Pastor Roth, did you break a kid's arm playing soccer? So yeah.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, I had to create a rule last year of just don't tell me the stories, guys. Like whatever, I just don't want to know.
Yeah. What you don't know, you can't, you can't be responsible for it.
And I think the Rolf boys are leading charge in those stories still.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
It's a tradition like none other.
So, yeah, they put my Juliette Roth put my underwear in all my underwear in a freezer one time at some retreat. So yeah, it was I had to deal. Kiera Mattingly, Chip's daughter, dude, they used to mess with me all the time. So yeah, the list is long. So
dude, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I laid down the law good enough when I first got here because they don't prank me.
Yeah.
So,
I know. Well, good. Well, I think I might see. Hey, students out there, listen to this. All right. I want to know, tag me on Instagram, okay? Give me a hashtag, Tricked Evan. Give me something good. I want to see it. You can be creative. You have a lot of time at home right now. So let me see it, okay?
That's it, though. Yep. They don't want these problems.
Let's do it. Oh. It makes it so much more fun. So he just put it out there. So
okay. So here's the thing. Speaking of awkwardness and tricks or whatever, we're playing this game in the midst of this, and it's called Explain the Pick. Okay, explain the pick, which is explain the picture, and we let everyone know, like, man, we're not outing anyone. This is public. It's from your Facebook, so you put it out there publicly.
Yeah.
And so if you could just explain this.
Okay.
If this is not the most mid 2000s picture I've ever seen in my
yes, it
life.
was. Heck yeah, that was actually do you ever heard of the band named Copeland?
Yeah.
That was actually at a Copeland concert at Oklahoma Baptist with my wife. So that was, I don't know, junior year maybe.
Dude,
Was
Okay.
that 2000 and let me see. I don't know. I'm guessing 2005.
Yeah, I think
So,
the timestamp on the picture was 2006.
okay, so yeah, Facebook wasn't around in 2005, my friend. Okay, so 2006 is when I think I first got my Facebook my junior
There
year.
you go.
So there you go. So
Yeah.
then that was cool to upload all your photos on Facebook back then. Oh, that's amazing. I was like 30 pounds lighter.
You got the T-shirt with the paint splatter over the button up.
Dude, that is all Hollister original right there. The shirt, the undershirt, that is straight up Hollister right there.
The only thing you're missing is a puka shell necklace.
Heck yeah, I never went there. And I never went, I didn't have toe rings either, okay? So let's make that clear, all right?
Okay, yeah, I'll just
That's awesome. I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
What do you – so you lived in Colorado. You said you lived here for about 4 years.
Yep.
Where are you from? Are you from?
I was born in Kansas City. I was born in Kansas City. Let's see. Just quick story for everyone. My mom's from Cuba. She escaped Cuba in '62. My dad in Kansas City. They met here. My dad was a youth pastor for 25 years. When I was like 5, we moved to Oklahoma. And so Oklahoma City is where I grew up from 5 to 25. Graduated OBU, finished my graduate degree, then moved to Colorado Springs. So I lived in the home of the Tiger King for like 20 years. So 5 to 25. Not in his town. I live in Oklahoma City, so Edmond area. So yeah.
Good. What do you miss about Colorado? Like, what did you love about living here?
Okay, this is gonna sound really corny. I miss and love the friendships we had there. I mean, gosh, the Miller family to the Sutherland. I mean, the list is long, but there were so many families that we were so close to. The Mattingleys. Miss all those families.
So you've had lots of different seasons. You've moved around a couple of different places.
Yep.
But you've even said like, okay, I've learned a lot from each area. Stop. If you could go back, relive 1 year of your life with the knowledge that you have today, what you've learned, and put it in that year. What year you got?
Senior year in high school.
Okay.
Hands down. And that's why I think.
Was that 1992?
Yeah, right. Let me think. 2000. I graduated high school in 03.
Okay.
So 03. When did you graduate?
07.
07. Okay, so you're 4 years less wise than I am. Good to know. Okay, so 2003. Dude, I'll tell you this: the students that are watching this, I didn't do anything crazy. I think was too judgmental as a Christian. I just wish I would have loved people better through the lens of the gospel. And it's hard to believe this, but you will not realize how many people from high school you'll never see again.
Yeah.
Most you'll never see again. So to be more bold for the gospel, to share his name more, to hang out with sinners more in a way that doesn't bring me down to what they're doing, but just to love on them and care for them and listen to them. Just to be a good friend of a wide variety of people, no matter what they look like. Just because I realize how short life is and that students need hope. And so I would just say that to high schoolers, especially my senior year, like, hey, this is my last hurrah. And I know more about the gospel, more who Jesus is, how he loves. Why wouldn't I do everything I can to share his name with as many people as possible?
Okay, let's wrap up with this. This is obviously a crazy season that we're living in. Something we've never seen before. So what are you learning right here?
Yeah, it'll be pretty simple, pretty quick, but I think it's powerful. It's from Acts 3, verse 19 and 20. It says, therefore repent and turn back so that your sins may be wiped out. First and foremost, I think as we see through the Old Testament as well, it's important to confess the sins of us and our city and our country and our world. But here's what I love about it. Okay, that's like very dark, could be depressing, but goes on in verse 20, says this, that seasons of refreshing may come from the presence of the Lord, and that he may send Jesus, who has been appointed for you as a Messiah. And what I just was reminded that we can look at this season as a season of refreshing and refinement if we just seek the presence of God. And for me, it's just to realize how much more I understand now that I'm not in control of anything.
Yeah.
Can't control the sickness. Can't control what our government does in response to it. I can't control if I get sick or not. I can't do that, but I can long for the presence of God. And I think that's where our greatest sense of peace comes from. And so at first it's like, oh man, the NCAA tournament's canceled. That's one of my favorite things. Oh man, Evan, this is my first year in 32 years I won't go skiing because I closed resorts. We were supposed to be there last week.
Wow.
So that happened. My wife has a lot of immune deficiencies. Okay. My oldest has a lot of bad asthma. Like all these fears begin to creep in. And so I can live through this lens of like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Or I feel if I long for the presence of God, then that's where my peace comes from. That's where our hope comes from. And that's where our power comes from. And so just the idea of, I think this can be a season, I really do, of our country as we push pause on everything in regards to like just the hustle and bustle of everything, that seasons of refreshing may come through the presence of the Lord. And so just long for his presence. And it goes on to say that it's the Messiah. It's what Jesus does in and through us. It's not what we do. So to put that and wrap it in a bow, so to speak, is I am learning to rely more on Jesus. Yeah. As simple as that might sound, it is the most important thing we can do, because it's not about what we do. It's about what he did. And so if you're thirsty, if you're hungry, if you're tired, if you're worried, if you're anxious, just go to his throne of grace, as it says in Hebrews, and he will give you what you need. And so just do it with confidence. And so, man, I love you guys. Evan, I love you, bro. I'm excited how God is using you. I love the students of Elevate. Guys, be a light in this time. Long for the presence of God. Yeah. And watch him use you, and use this as a kind of a catalyst or a spark to see a movement that you've never seen in Colorado Springs in the student community. And so use your platform for his kingdom, and you'll see amazing things happen. So I appreciate, man, you doing this. And just, can I pray for you? And can I pray for absolutely. The students during this time?
Come on.
God, I just pray blessing over Elevate right now. God, that it will continue to thrive and grow. And Lord, that you'll use it in a powerful way. That each one of those students, those that are dealing with anxiety, some that, hey, they can't go to their senior prom, or those who can't play their last sports season in their spring year, those who, Lord, are just struggling in their family dynamic and having to be close to family members that maybe don't know you. God, that you will give them strength, hope, power, and life. Lord, that you'll use them to bring joy to whatever circumstance they're in. And God, that they'll run to you and the refreshment will come from you and you alone. And you'll see many come to know you through all of this. God, we give it to you. We don't have all the answers, can't control it, can't change it, but we can long for your presence. So I pray that that will be a posture of all of our hearts, especially those in Elevate. In your name we pray. Amen.
Man, come on.
Awesome.
Bro, so good. Thank you so much for doing this, man.
Sure. Yeah, man.
Man, so good to sit down with Chris this past week. All right, man, I'm going to welcome back my main man, Colton, who last week, Colton destroyed me in the dad joke challenge. I wasn't very good at that. But we got a new game this week called Terrible Movie Explanations. So each of us grabbed a list of famous popular movies with terrible explanations of what the movie is. We're going to read it to each other. For every movie that I guess correctly, I get a point, and vice versa. Colton, you ready?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Come on. Okay, I'll go first, all right?
All right, go for it.
Okay. Older sister ruins younger sister's chance to be on a nationally televised game show.
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome.
That's a good one.
That's
okay.
Awesome. Okay. Depressed, widowed father teams up with mentally challenged woman to find his disabled son.
I know this because I literally just watched this movie this morning. Finding Nemo.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. All right. 1-1. Okay, come on.
Let's do it.
Old man obsessively stalks teenage girl.
I don't know.
Twilight.
Oh dear. That movie has a plot.
Not really. Not really. But anyway.
That's probably the best plot. Okay. All right. Group spends 9 hours returning jewelry.
Fellowship of the Ring. Or Lord of the Rings. All three of them.
Yep. Lord of the Rings.
You know what? That threw me off for a second because I've only seen the extended editions, which are actually 12 and a half hours when you put them all together. So
There we go. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, dear.
Okay. An American invades foreign land, kills the local leadership, and then struggles to find an exit strategy.
I have no idea.
You ready for this? The Wizard of Oz. That's a good one, right? That's a good
Oh
one.
my word, that's hilarious. Oh dear. I was not expecting that. Wow.
All right.
Okay. All right. A guy that's alone in the forest kisses a dead body while 7 other guys watch.
Oh shoot, I know what it is, but I can't remember what it is. It's a Disney movie, I know that, but I can't remember. Sleeping Beauty.
Nope. Snow White and the Seven
Oh
Dwarfs.
man, I knew it was one. I just get my Disney movies mixed up. Dang it! Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. Okay. Okay. A family reunion doesn't quite go according to plan.
I feel like I should know this.
You probably should.
I really feel like I should know this. Is it Star Wars?
It is.
Yes!
Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
All right.
If I had gotten that wrong, I would have been so ashamed of myself.
That one was for you, man. That was for you.
I would have gone into exile.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw another plot explanation that was Frog convinces son to kill his dad.
Yep. I knew that one.
But I knew that was too obvious. But okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. A billionaire devotes his fortune to cosplay and beating up the mentally ill.
Billionaire. Cosplay. So it's got to be one of the Marvel movies. Cosplay, unless it's a movie that I don't know. Which one of them's a billionaire? Iron Man?
Nope.
No.
The Dark Knight.
Oh man. I knew it was a
beating
Marvel
up the
movie,
mental ill, man.
That's it.
Beating up the mental ill.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. It teaches us it's the inside that counts, but the outside that actually attracts people. I don't think you're gonna get this one.
Can I hear it again?
It teaches us that it's the inside that counts, but it's the outside that actually attracts people.
I really want to say it's it.
No.
Okay.
No. Close though.
Okay.
Cinderella.
Oh, that you said that's close.
Similar movies, I feel like. You know, you're both lured by illusions, you know, I guess. Okay.
Oh, dear. All right. This is one of my favorites right here.
Okay.
Adorable trash can and flower pot force fat people to walk.
And flower pot force fat people to walk? What? I have no idea.
Wally.
Oh my gosh. You know, I've never seen Wall-E all the way through, so that's probably why that got me.
That's
but okay.
sad. This is a good movie.
Yeah, I've heard. My kids just aren't into it. Okay. This one might be a little out there, but let's see what we got. A boiler technician teaches high school students to believe in their dreams.
Boiler technician? high schoolers to believe in their dreams. I have no clue.
Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I've never even seen that.
I figured you hadn't seen that. You know what? Neither have I.
Dear.
I love Jesus, you know?
Dear.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Man plays virtual reality Smurf game.
Avatar.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I saw one that was Pocahontas but blue.
Oh, yep.
And that's where I got that one. Okay.
Yep.
A bullied youngster with a birth defect finds out that people are only nice to you when they need something from you.
Nice to you when they need something. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
It just clicked in my head. I was like, that's what it is.
Oh,
dear.
Okay. Well, we got two more?
Yeah, I think so.
Two more. Okay.
Okay. All right. A bald guy teams up with another bald guy to fight another bald guy.
Bald guy teams up with another bald guy to fight another bald guy. It's a lot of bald dudes. I have no idea.
Furious 7.
Oh, there's a lot of bald guys in those Furious movies. Okay. All right, we should have two more now. I forgot I started, so we should have two more now.
There we go.
Let's see. Let's go with this one. No, let's go with this one. Okay. An elderly man kidnaps a boy to replace his wife.
What? Oh, it's Up.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Okay.
That makes sense now. Oh, dear. Wow.
Good
Okay.
one. Good one.
All right.
Good one.
Guy lets his planet get destroyed because he doesn't want his sister living there.
I know that one. Thor. Ragnarok.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Which one should I use for my last one? Let's go with this. A hermit lures children onto his property with candy and then disposes of them one by one.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
The Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, the chocolate factory. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, there we go. Okay. Let's see. I got a few more here. I got to pick a good one. Let's do this one. Man's midlife crisis endangers his family and the entire city.
I would have said Batman for that one, but or Iron Man. Iron Man? We haven't done that one yet. No.
The Incredibles.
Oh. Sure. Okay. All right. Let's tally up the points, and the winner
Close
is
one.
Dude. I think it's me.
I have a feeling it's you. I think so.
I'm gonna celebrate now, but if I didn't actually win, this is gonna be awkward. So, yes.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Man, so good. I've loved hanging out with you guys for another week. And here's what we're going to do. It is time for the drum roll, please. This week's edition of the Takeout Challenge. Here's what we are asking you to do. This week's Takeout Challenge is called Scare Cam. All right? We are asking you to scare a member of your household. I don't care who it is. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling. It could be a baby. It could be a dog. It could be a cat. I don't care. A bird, whatever. Scare something that is living inside of your house. Get it on video. Send it to us. And we will buy you takeout if you're the winning video. It's going to be great. Come on. Let's make sure we send in those submissions. Love you guys. We're praying for you. We wish we could do this in person. Someday we will. But on your way out, Here is my favorite TikTok video of the week. See you guys.
Who can say